Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. Come As You Are Oracle. Didn't sound right the first time. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, or the Tube are not totally up to you. I am going to do a collective oracle for today, July 1st, 2024. I think in my earlier read, my tarot read, I said it was Tuesday, but it's Monday. Why did I say Tuesday? Why was I thinking Tuesday? Was I hopeful? Because I am kind of hopeful for Tuesday. It is Monday. I'm going to be using the Hidden Truth Oracle from All Things Intuitive. You can find that on their website, Etsy store, Amazon, eBay. It's everywhere. It's wonderful. Cosmic Timing Oracle. I have 2 of these bad boys on Amazon. And then the Twisted Oracle, Twin Flames Exposed. You know, I don't think that it's just about the twin flames, darling. And you can get that on the Twisted Oracle on the Etsy. I think the shop is, I don't know if the shop is called Twisted Oracle, but I put in Twisted Oracle and it came up. So I hope everybody's having a great day. It's beautiful here in the northern suburbs of Chicago. My nose is a little stuffy, but that's because I didn't blow it. And I do not do that on camera. I would rather cut the video and start all over at that point. I mean, not if I'm in the middle of a read, but you know what I'm saying. One card on the table. Two cards on the table. 3 cards on the table. 4 cards on the table. What the? Seven cards on the table. We're gonna, sorry, 8 cards on the table. There's one hidden here. Either those squirrels are fighting over nuts or they're fighting over nuts. Oh. 2 more shuffles. We got 8 cards. One more. We'll do one more. Alright, I'm taking it. I go where the situation takes me. What can I say? We've got love message. Depressed. Praying. Mirroring. See, that sounded better. Mirroring. Massive regrets. Sorry. Spiritual warfare. Romance. Chicka bow bow. Chicka bow bow. STD. You guys know it's one of my favorite cards. Where's my banana card? At least that one makes me hungry. For food. Get your mind out of the gutter. Shady. Okay, bottom of the deck, childhood wounds. And bottom of the deck, I pulled it and I'm going to tell you why. Bad news. So, someone wants to come in with a love message. This person, again, feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter here on the table. Someone wants to come in with a love message. This person is depressed. Saying the word sad doesn't even express how sad this person is. They're depressed. There's a clinical depression there. To the point where if this person was trying to cover up their emotions in the past, they cannot cover them up anymore. This person is praying. Trying to heal in some type of way. Possibly meditating. Possibly trying to find their faith if they had once lost it. Or if they are a person of God, then they're just trying to reaffirm it, reestablish it. With the mirroring card, this person I feel like this person is mirroring you in the way that they feel now what you maybe felt in the past. And also, maybe you felt this way about them in the past, or maybe they just watched you go through something in the past. Not necessarily in regards to them, but they watched you go through something, and now they're going through it. You know what I mean? What they once saw in you, they're seeing in themselves. This person lives with massive regrets in regards to your relationship. Now, you can take how this resonates in regards to, this could be a family member, this could be a friendship, this could have been a romance, this could have been a combination of something, some of those three. You could take how that resonates, but yeah, I know, family and romance. I'm not here to judge. Just take it how it resonates, people. Take it how it resonates. With this spiritual warfare, you might be a religious person or a spiritual person, and this person might have thought that part of them died, and then when they saw you in spirituality, when they saw you believing in God, trusting in God, giving to God, letting go to God, this might have triggered them, might have really upset them at first, and then that's when they realized like maybe they're not the problem, maybe I'm the problem. For some of you, this person, because of the praying card, the faith, the healing, the meditation, this person, even if they didn't question your spirituality or your religion, and you might know that, you might not know that, you might never know that, okay? Even while they might not have questioned your spirituality in some type of way, I feel like they definitely are questioning their own. And they're questioning, like, it says spiritual awakening. Also, like a healing, right? Just like a healing journey is what I'm getting to. The card also says chaos, ego death, downward spiral. So part of the downward spiral for this person, whoever they are, was they were in some type of romantic relationship. They got an STD of some sort. Obviously, if you, and I say obviously because you should know math by now, okay? Because this is how the math works. If you are sleeping with someone and you get an STD from that person, that is because that person slept with someone else. Now, does that necessarily mean that that person cheated on you? No, it does not. Because they could have gotten that STD and they could have had that for a while. They could have had that and not even known about it, technically. It could also be the reverse. You could have gotten into a relationship, slept with someone, found out they had an STD, they had been sleeping with someone else, they did know about it. I mean, I'm not really getting anything either way. I'm just getting very cut and dry. This person was in some type of romantic relationship or entanglement and they got an STD. I do feel with the shady card that there is something shady about this. But again, it could be any one of those things that I mentioned. Like the person didn't know, the person did know, the person had other lovers. There's something. Maybe you got into a romantic entanglement with multiple people and you got an STD. I'm getting like two people were in some type of romantic relationship one-on-one. Whether they both cheated on each other or not, like, I can't say. But again, I do feel like there's something shady about that situation to where this person got this STD and like they question like how that happened. Now, again, I say that we're adults. We know how sex works. We know how STDs work. You know how you got the STD. You know why you got the STD. You just don't want to admit that you don't know how to protect yourself, first of all. And you chose a partner that probably just was not faithful. Whether you knew that at the beginning or not, I'm not getting that. I'm just getting that someone got an STD from another person and something shady was going on with that. Whoever this person is that wants to come in with this love message for you, they have childhood wounds. So childhood wounds could lead you to have overactive sexual behavior, right? We all know that as well. Been there, done that. Bullying, sexual abuse, physical abuse, toxic parents, abandonment. So this person has wounds. Sorry, my little driving partner was just texting me. It's more than likely that it was some type of, and I'm just going to say this, usually sexual abuse leads to an overactive sex drive. Typically, some type of sexual abuse can lead to some type of mental illness like bipolar, manic depressive, something like that, which in turn leads to overactive sex drive. You can go look up statistics, you can go read about it. I would love to hear your findings. I find people that I know that have been victims of sexual abuse tend to be very overdriven. Like their sexual drive is it's like an overtime. I personally feel like even now I feel like my sex drive is in overtime. It always has been. I think it has to do with sexual abuse. I do. Also on my part, just because when I was younger, I was turned off by sexual relationships with men and women. So, and I'm pretty sure I've said in one of my earlier readings, like, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 30. I'm 44. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 30. That does not mean I didn't do things, because I did. Especially solo missions. I'm just saying. And again, very overactive sex drive. And again, because of abuse, past abuse. But also, again, I just think because, like, I wasn't interested in anybody else. I was interested in myself. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like I've mellowed the last, couple of years, but it's still there. And I have a dirty mind anyway. Like, I just do. When you're like 7 years old and you watch Bachelor Party for the first time with Tom Hanks, and you continue to watch it over and over again because you think it's hilarious, and then you realize as you become an adult and you get older and you watch it and you're like, this is very sexual situations for a 7-year-old. I still love that movie though. It's very funny. If you've never watched it, go watch it. It's hilarious. If you're an adult. And obviously having a high sex drive is like a dependency, right? Which could lead to codependency. Because if you get into a relationship with someone and they're there all the time, then you can fulfill your overabundant libido, right? So this person, if they have a fear of abandonment, they could be very codependent. If they had abusive parents, toxic parents, and not necessarily, but I'm just saying it could be. I myself feel like I went the opposite way, like suffering family abuse within my family. Like, I feel like it made me very independent. I mean, again, I didn't lose my virginity till I was 30. I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was 31. I didn't meet my ex-husband until I was 32. Well, almost 32. And I think it's funny because I think people think that because I bought my townhouse and my ex-husband, who was just my boyfriend at the time, moved in with me. So I went from my parents' house to living with my ex-husband, who was my boyfriend. We got married, we bought our house, then we got divorced, and I bought my condo. And I think people from my past, family, friends, whatever the case, probably think that I just, jumped into another relationship and had a man move in with me, or I sold my condo. And, like there's plenty of people out there that I've fallen out with that probably just assume I'm with somebody else and living with them or something like that. But the truth is like before my 31st birthday, I was a very independent person. Yes, I lived at home, but I was very independent. Like I always worked. I always paid my parents for living at home, and I always tried to take care of myself and buy my own stuff. And I wasn't interested in relationships. I wasn't interested in, making commitments and having to come home and cook and clean for someone and take care of kids, and you know what I mean? Like I was never interested in that. I was always interested in myself and what I wanted to do. And it's funny because people would probably say, "Oh, you're very like you're codependent. Like you always, like you always come back to people and you let people back into your life and da 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 da, da and your ex-husband." Well, honey, that all stopped in 2022, let me tell you. So if you thought that before, not only were you wrong then, you're wrong now. Anyway, I'm just saying someone could have been codependent. A side effect of abuse. I'm not seeing anything specific, honestly. I mean, abuse is abuse. It really doesn't, on a higher plane, it doesn't matter. Abuse is abuse. Verbal, mental, sexual, physical, emotional, it doesn't matter. With the bad news card, this was the bottom of the deck, and I pulled it because I feel like for some of you, it's going to be one of two things. So it's going to be one of three things for all of you, technically. So someone's going to come in with a love message. Like they're going to miss you, they miss being together. And this, again, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be you were in a romance with this person. They're going to come in with a love message. I miss you, when can we get together? Why haven't we been talking? Like, one of the situations could be like that. So another situation could be that this person is not going to come in with a love message. They're going to come in with some type of bad news. Something that you would look at as being bad. So it could technically be in regards to this STD. I'm not getting that. What I'm getting is more of an energy of like I know I'm coming in with bad news. I'm this person. I know I'm coming in with bad news and I want to irritate you, kind of vibe is what I'm getting. So either someone's coming in with a love message, someone wants to come in with bad news to irritate you, or number three. And number three is, and you take this as it resonates. This might have already happened for you. It might not. Someone might come in with some news saying that this person has passed on. And I'm not getting like necessarily from an STD. Obviously there are STDs out there that are technically fatal if you wait too long to treat, or if you know you have it and you just don't want to treat yourself. There are STDs you could die from. Yes, even in this day and age. I don't know how long that would take. I'm not necessarily even getting that, like, oh, it's just the STD. This person passed away from an STD. No, it could be something else, and you just get a phone call or a text message saying, hey, I just want to let you know that so and so is no longer with us. So, one of those three types of situations is what I was getting when I saw this card. I really did not want to pull this card because I feel like for most of you, the passed on is not really part of your situation. I just felt like a slight like ache or irritation on the right side of my head. We're gonna see if this person has anything to say. I want to tell you how I feel. I am not available. I feel you even though we are apart. I knew exactly what I was doing. Okay. I want to tell you how I feel. I am not available. I feel you even though we are apart. I knew exactly what I was doing. So whatever your relationship was to this person, whatever drove you two apart, they knew what they were doing. Like if this was a romantic situation and they cheated on you, they knew, like they knew that could break you up. You guys might have had a very energetic connection. You guys might have felt each other energetically, spiritually, maybe in a case too. I feel you even though we are apart. And I mean, this person wants to come in. More than likely, this person wants to come in with some type of love message, some type of, I made a mistake, I should have never did what I did kind of message. The I am not available. I mean, this person could be in a relationship. This person could be in the middle of healing, right? With the praying card. And it's not to say you can't get involved with someone that's healing. Again, we're all healing all the time. But this person doesn't, if that's the case, this person doesn't want to. Like they want to heal, do, like work on themselves, do their own thing, figure themselves out. Bottom of the deck is it's time for me to heal now. I just saw this. Oh my god. I think I need to go to bed, honestly, because I slept really great last night, actually, from like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night until 2 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty good for me. But when my alarm went off at 2 o'clock, man, I did not want to. I did not want to get up and go. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's why they're not available. Like they're finally, on their healing journey or getting on there, and they just don't want to mess that up for themselves. And I completely resonate with that. Like I've told you guys before, like I started healing probably like right at the end of 2022, the beginning of 2023. I started my healing journey, and I mean, I still consider myself on my healing journey. Am I in a hell of a lot of better space? Of course I am. But last year, it was, especially the beginning of last year, it felt like a very long road. It did. I am personally glad I did it for the most part by myself. I had a little bit of a relationship, but it was more casual, friends with benefits for like 4 or 5 months last year, the first half of last year. Um, but that was just what it was. Like I was still doing my healing work and on my journey and all that. And then after that was over, I decided not to get in any type of relationship whatsoever. I decided to be celibate. And I've actually very much enjoyed the last year by myself, doing my own thing. I mean, it brought me to this. I can't be unhappy about that because I love doing this. So, yeah. Let me pull some cards on the timing because, let's see. And like I said, some people, like, you don't necessarily have to be alone to heal. I feel like, though, you should know, like, when you do that, like, when you're healing and you get into a relationship, there is the possibility that by the time you're done healing, done enough to where you know better, you might be in a different place as a person and you might not want in that relationship. Part of the healing journey is to figure out who you are and what you want and where you're going. So, I'm not opposed to being on a healing journey with another person. I'm not opposed to that at all. I just think you should understand, like, what that all entails. Because when you're on a healing journey, you should be focusing on yourself, not another person. So, especially if you're with someone that's codependent and possibly unhealed themselves, that would not be good. That would just be like temptation over temptation over temptation, over and over and over and over again. And if you're really serious about it, you really wouldn't want to be a part of that. So, just something to think about. Okay, for some reason, like, I can't get my thumb to work right. I don't even, don't know. In March, a few weeks. in January. Bottom of the deck. So we got in March, we got a few weeks, and we got in January. Bottom of the deck was this month, which would coincide with the a few weeks card. So I'm gonna say anytime between now and March. Somewhere around January, end of December, January, beginning of February, that number 3 option where this person is passed on, that might be when you find out. I feel like for most of you, though, it's going to be a few weeks to March. And the only reason why God would put those cards out is because, again, it's time for me to heal now. I am not available. This person needs to figure themselves out, and again, that takes as long as it takes. Like I said, I started my journey, ended 2022, beginning of 2023. And I didn't really even feel like I was in the best place until probably like March, April of this year. So you're talking like a year and 3-4 months. And some people, I mean, let's just be honest, some people could take less for sure. Yeah, they could, sure. I think it depends on how well you deal with that for sure. But also transmuting your energy, transmuting all of that negativity into positivity. If you're really good at that, you could probably move a little bit faster. If you can't figure that out, if you just kind of stew in a depressive state, right? It's probably going to take a hell of a lot longer. Facts. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. That is your oracle read for today. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I have another long day tomorrow. I probably, most likely, will not be doing affirmations. Wednesday, I for sure will be, and I will try to make it a little bit longer, a little bit more in depth, maybe, and then maybe I'll do a crow reading on Wednesday, and then do my oracle and tarot in the evening like usual. But tomorrow it'll just be oracle and tarot in the evening when I get home from work. Another long day. I'm excited. Hey, any day that we get out of bed and our feet hit the floor, that's a good fucking day, let me tell you. All right, I hope everybody has a good evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye.